Uber, MrSnaggapuss. Customer name, MrSnaggapuss. This is for MrSnaggapuss. Thank you very much. Push that like button. I was eating Lay's for dinner, but then I decided to eat Uber Eats. We're gonna go in here. That was a cool Uber driver. He didn't give me no hassle about my order, even though he was like 6 minutes late. Supposed to be here 6 minutes ago. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Lights, camera, action. Okay. All right, today was a blessed day, a good day. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm just getting started. I was gonna eat Lay's. Joshua Graham, how you doing? How you doing, Josh? How you doing, brother man? I was eating Lay's for dinner, but then I decided, oh shit, to order me something off of Uber Eats. And I like to show people, man, they on my online because of my email, my online name, Mr. Snag. The deliverer came in. Let's see what I got here. Yeah, hey, nice little meal in a box. Can't beat it. Damn, just realized what I did. There ain't ketchup in here. Ketchup is spread on the fries and the burger. Guys know how to spread 2 packs of ketchup like Jesus. Do you know how to make it work like Jesus did? Mm-hmm. Okay. How y'all doing? Push that like button. This damn burger cost me $15. Trump's tariffs is kicking in because these fries came from China. So meals started to go up. I'm like, why it cost so much? Because the fries came from China. I'm like, for real? How y'all doing? Push that like button. Oh my God. I don't understand how the burger is hot, but the fries are cold. Can anybody explain that to me? This burger's good. I think the police be speeding for no reason at all. They be speeding so they can just roll up on somebody real fast. Should it be against the law for the police to speed? Did I ever tell y'all about the time I got out of a police ticket? The police shot from behind me real fast. Boom. So I got behind their ass and sped up. Man, I want to say about a mile and a half down the road. They turned the lights on and slammed on the brakes. Jumped out in the middle of the road. You, where your driving license registration? I was like, you, why in the hell you speeding down the street like that? I said, man, what are you talking about? I said, man, listen, when you shot past me, I got behind you and turned my sirens on. And I was trying to get behind you to pull you over to tell you to slow down. You shot by me. I was doing 45, the speed limit, but you shot by me so damn fast. I was like, and you ain't had your lights on. I was like, man, I gotta tell this officer his speed thermometer must be broke. I gotta tell him he need to slow down. Man, that motherfucking officer looked at me, and I got you on my damn dash cam speeding, so I'm trying to catch you. Man, that motherfucker, man, sir, sorry. I'm having a nice day. I'm so sorry. He went on about his business. Let me go. I know way you gonna get me for speeding, and you speeding too. I got it all on video cam. How y'all doing? That was a real story. I got out of the ticket because I told the police I was trying to pull him over and slow him down. How y'all doing tonight? Mm. Mm. No, this was alright. It would have been better if I had more. But I didn't want to order a big burger. But they trying to charge $20-something for a big burger. You know, once they add all the damn legal fees and stuff, the damn delivery fees, be out of $30 for one hamburger. So I ordered a kids burger, a kids meal. That was $7.50. After they added all their fees and stuff to it, it added up to 14 something. $15. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Man, I've been up since 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock this morning. I was supposed to already be in the bed at 10. I did get a nap in, but I only laid down for about 45 minutes. And because I didn't want to fall a deep sleep, I woke up about 10 minutes before that. Started because I was falling into a deep sleep. Now I want to walk to the Mexican restaurant and go get me some damn carne asada fries. You know what? I am not going to be greedy or glutton. I'm going to wait 5 minutes and let that food settle on my stomach and watch my appetite disappear. How y'all doing? Push that like button. I'm waiting on some people to come in before I can start talking. Nobody want to hear me out, so we're going to sit here for a few more minutes. This video ain't going to be but 30 minutes long. All my videos from now on out in the future will only be 30 minutes long. How you doing? Push that like button. Max. There you go. Ask me a question, I'll answer it. Why your clothes always so nice like that, Jacob? Oh, you like this with the fur around it? That's what's up. Thank you. Man, there we go. It's settling down. This little white guy, little white boy got, well, he wasn't little. He got stabbed at school by this little black boy. But they keep showing the white kid younger pictures when he was small. But now this dude like 6'5", 400 pounds. And they keep showing him when he was a baby, when he was a teenager. Talking about he was innocent. Mm-mm. They told that little black boy, you better move your ass out the way before we beat your ass. Little boy backed up to jump back. Man, you better get the fuck back off of me. He had 2 knives, ready to stab both of them. All hell broke loose. And one of the little boys got stabbed. And he died.
Interested in a female fencer stands up for fairness in women's sports. She did it by taking a knee and refusing to compete against a biological male at a tournament over the weekend. The referee's response, a black card, the sport's most severe penalty, which means expulsion from the tournament. Let's bring in the athlete at the center of it all, Stephanie Turner. Stephanie, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
That's a biological man.
So this was an Olympic qualifying event. My understanding of it is. This was something that you had prepared all your life for. It wasn't an Olympic qualifying event? I'm sorry. I had heard that this morning.
I want to buy your house. I can pay you cash for your house no matter what condition it's in. If you need to sell your house for any reason, click the button under this video to see if my offer is right for you. We make the process of selling your house easy and simple. No commissions, no fees. We'll buy your house in as-is condition, and you pick the closing date. No appraisals, no repairs, no hassles. All offers are completely confidential, and there is no obligation whatsoever. Scan the QR code you see on the screen right now with your smartphone.
Interested in a female fencer stands up for fairness in women's sports.
Hey, Brandon.
She did it by taking a knee and refusing to compete against a biological male at a tournament over the weekend. The referee's response, a black card, the sport's most severe penalty, which means expulsion from the tournament. Let's bring in the athlete at the center of it all, Stephanie Turner. Stephanie, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So this was an Olympic qualifying event. My understanding of it is. This was something that you had prepared all your life for. It wasn't an Olympic qualifying event? I'm sorry. I had heard that this morning.
No, it wasn't.
It was an important event, though. And this is something that you've been preparing for an awfully long time. You decided that you were going to take yourself out of the tournament. What was the thinking in leading up to the decision where you took a knee?
Right, so this was actually a regional tournament held by the USFA at the University of Maryland. So part of my pre-competition ritual is to check the online registration to see who is going to be there and just double check my check-in times. And on the registration list, I saw Redmond Sullivan's name listed there. And I recognized this individual from a previous Redux article that had been written saying that this person was a man who had previously competed on the men's team at Wagner and was now competing as a woman within the USFA. So from that point, I just got really disappointed with the USFA and with this tournament, and I just felt like at a loss. I'd already committed so much money to it and training hours, and I was literally looking forward to this. I do this tournament every year. Yeah. I think this may be like my 10th year in a row doing this tournament. And I just got really sad and I started crying because this was like the last thing I wanted to deal with in my competition. So
at one point in the video, so we see you take a knee and then the official comes over. What did you say to the official at that point?
So the official came over to me and asked if I was still refusing to fence, and I said yes. Oh, and are you talking about initially, yes, or when I got the black card?
No, initially.
Initially, I told them that I was refusing to fence because this person is a man and I am a woman, and this is a women's tournament, and I refuse to fence on principle.
And then later, right after this, we see your opponent comes over. What did you say to your opponent at that point?
My opponent was a little bit confused, thinking that I was maybe hurt. And I said, no, I am refusing to fence you because I'm a woman and you are a man. I have much love and respect for you, but I will not compete against you.
Wow.
And he responded, okay, well, there's a, yes?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I'm sorry, what was his response?
His response was, okay, but there's a member of the board of directors here, and he supports me, and there's a policy that says that I'm a woman and I'm allowed to compete in the women's tournament, and if you do this, you're going to get blackcarded. And I said, I know.
So here's what USA Fencing said in a statement to Fox News Digital. USA Fencing enacted our current transgender and non-binary athlete policy in 2023. The policy was designed to expand access to the sport of fencing and create inclusive, safe spaces. It goes on to talk more, but this idea about inclusive, safe spaces, what about inclusive, safe spaces for female athletes?
Right. There's nothing for me and there's everything for him. Because I have no choice as a woman, as a female, in where I compete. I am a woman and I have an athletic disadvantage to men, so I compete in the women's division, which is where I rightfully am. But he has been given this opportunity to fence in the women's division, and he can compete. He can easily compete in the men's division. He can also compete at mixed events in local tournaments if he wants. There is a place for him. So the idea that they're creating they're expanding the women's is just essentially making it an open tournament that can include men, and it ends up hurting me and other girls.
So you've got the support of Riley Gaines, who was on our network earlier today, and former tennis star Martina Navratilova, who put this out on X. She said, this is what happens when female athletes protest. Anyone here still think this is fair? I am fuming, and shame on USA Fencing. Shame on you for doing this. How dare you throw women under the gender BS bus? I mean, this doesn't come at the expense of male athletes. We don't see this in the flip side of the coin. This all comes at the expense of female athletes like yourself, like Riley Gaines, like the girls who lost that race by 7 seconds in Oregon, like the girls who lost the pole vault event in Maine. I mean, this is happening across the country,
right.
and to a large degree, women support this.
Right, it's happening in every sport and at every level, and there's really no option to go around this when there are extremists who take up positions within the authoritative body of the USFA. So I have very little option other than being forced to fence. And I have gone down some other pathways, like back in 2023 Summer Nationals. I just didn't sign up to fence in the Div 1A women's foil because there was another transgender person that I'd recognized in that tournament. So, I mean, I've avoided it as much as I can, but at what point do I have to just avoid all tournaments altogether because there's going to be somebody who's trans there?
Nah, I ain't going no nap.
It's a tough choice. As you point out, your opponent had two choices: could compete as biological male or could compete in the women's. You have the choice of competing in the women's. So, Stephanie, thank you for telling your story. We really appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
If you're thinking about buying solar panels, don't. The U.S. government will literally buy them for you if you take 60 seconds to answer a few questions below. Hi there. If you are a homeowner in America and you wouldn't mind saving a couple $1,000s on your electricity bill this year, then you're really going to love what the U.S. government has just announced. You see, a few days ago, the U.S. government released a new stimulus program with the goal to encourage as many Americans as possible.
Good morning, America. For our viewers in the West, fallout from the president's sweeping new rounds of tariffs and days of life-threatening flooding ahead, colliding with a tornado outbreak.
President Trump dramatically escalating his global trade war, announcing sweeping new tariffs on goods from every country we trade with, saying they will create jobs and bring back manufacturing. Despite warnings from experts, the tariffs will send prices higher.
We're breaking down what the tariffs could mean for your bottom line. Everything from groceries to clothing, electronics, and cars.
A night of terror across the Midwest and South.
Please, God, keep it going all right. Keep it going all right. Please, God.
The